Since 1982, Living Alternatives has been cultivating a culture of life in East Texas. With the guidance of visionary founder and director Bev Klein, the 6 different programs of this ministry are literally saving lives every day through direct relational ministry. 2 of these programs are the Pregnancy Resource Center and Building Blocks. These programs stand together as a beacon of hope for young women in desperate circumstances. Throughout the life of the Pregnancy Resource Center, over 36,500 women have received free pregnancy tests or sonograms and heard the gospel of Jesus. In partnership, the Building Blocks program has offered over 3,500 mentoring appointments in its 14-year history. These large numbers are made up of women who each have their own story.
When I came to the Resource Center, I was scared. I didn't know what to do. When she told me I was pregnant, I did not want the baby at all. I wanted the abortion. I was unhappy that I found out I was pregnant due to circumstances that wasn't by choice. She said, "Well, may I pray with you?" I said, "Sure, I believe in prayer." And so she prayed that I wouldn't get an abortion. You know, it went out one ear to another on my end because I didn't care. Abortion was the only thing that was on my mind. Abortion, abortion, abortion. Until I went to Building Blocks next door. 2 weeks, I asked God to show me a sign. And when I came to Building Blocks, I seen the sign on the wall of Jeremiah 29:11. When I read the scripture on the wall, it was a sign for me to keep my baby.
Living Alternatives is also able to offer longer seasons of relief and guidance for newly pregnant women through Father Heart. 494 girls facing an unintended pregnancy have been able to call Father Heart home. But for many of the girls, receiving help isn't always easy.
I took a pregnancy test and I thought there was something wrong inside of me. It didn't hit me at first. I thought about an abortion immediately, but for me to get rid of a whole life just because of one of my mistakes. And there's millions of people out there who want babies, and I just didn't think it was right. When I first came for my tour, I was not happy. I wasn't speaking, and I'm a very verbal person, and I got here, they were telling me all about these rules and everything, and it was just, didn't want to do it. Going home wasn't an option because they wouldn't enable my lifestyle that I was having. My parents wouldn't. And I mean, I had tried to stay there before, but you know, I didn't like the rules, I didn't like structure. So I was always just out on the streets because there's no rules on the streets. But not having food for every meal or not having a bed and sometimes having to sleep outside and not knowing if I was safe where I was or not even trusting the people that I was around, it was really scary. But my turning point when I actually decided to come here, I was pushing it off. When I first got here, the first day was the hardest. I was crying the whole time. I was not really saying much to Lauren. She made me ramen noodles. I was starving, but I wouldn't even eat it. Like I knew everything that there really was to know about the Bible, pretty much, because my dad was a preacher. But when I had strayed away, I had shut that door, and Father Heart helped me open it up again. Because of Father Heart, I actually have hope for my future now. This is my baby, and her name's Shiloh Barnes. She's 3 months old now. And when I first got to Father Heart, I didn't think love was possible. My versions of it were really messed up. And now that she was born, I realized I got a new revelation on the love of God. Like how much He actually gave up His Son for us, and I would never give her up for anyone. And the fact that He sent Him down here and watched Him in pain is just a really big thing to me. I couldn't even watch her give her shots. Literally, it was not a good thing.
The ministry of Living Alternatives also extends beyond mothers. Through our Loving Alternative licensed adoption agency, 241 newborns have been adopted into loving Christian homes. And through For the One, 92 older children and sibling groups who were in the custody of Child Protective Services have also found forever families. As a further extension to children in need, Keeps Boutique is reaching teenage girls who are currently in foster homes across East Texas through free new clothing, girls' night out events, and free summer camp. Because of partnerships from people like you who believe in this ministry, Living Alternatives is truly a beacon of hope and is able to offer the choice of life to thousands in this community. Thank you for transforming lives alongside us through the ministries of Living Alternatives.